Alright, so welcome back to the channel, comrades. Today we're gonna be talking about some serious stuff regarding Modern Warfare. What EA is doing. They are definitely making Activision job pretty easy, okay? And I'm genuinely concerned about this game. Now, for sure, you probably have heard about the fact that loot boxes are just surprise mechanics, right? And let me be real. Activision must be really happy and they must be plotting some big things for this game. I mean, even if EA didn't came out and call loot boxes surprise mechanics, they still would have been plotting that. I mean, that's their job. But this time it's pretty serious, knowing the fact that this talk is going to the parliaments and stuff like that, and they are just trying to rename loot boxes and microtransactions as simply surprise mechanics. And I want to get right into this video. As always, remember to be nice to people, drink water after waking up, and smash that like button. Very important. And by the end, if you agree with this video, hey, smash like. If you disagree, smash dislike. I want to know your opinions. But first of all, launch is gonna be the most important time. There is nothing other than launch, period. Launch is definitely gonna determine how well this game does sales wise, and obviously sales are what gonna make Activision happy. And if they are happy, well, devs stay happy, and if devs are happy, the community stay happy, and if the community is happy, Activision is also happy, because community being happy means more sales, more profits, and profits and more sales equal Activision happy. Just 500 IQ, right? So launch is gonna be the most important time. Things that kill Call of Duty World War II and Black Ops 4. Obviously, Call of Duty World War II was still better than Black Ops 4. I'm gonna talk about why in just a little bit, but things that killed Call of Duty World War II and Black Ops 4 was just less content on launch, and that made pretty much everyone starve for more content. And even after getting updates and content, it just didn't satisfy the players. And the reason for that was because it was already too late and players were burnt out. The reason I'm not playing Black Ops 4, number one, it's recycled. Number two, they are trying to milk my wallet and pretty much the whole community wallet's dry. And number three, the game just doesn't feel good anymore. And it was pretty good on launch, but it just didn't receive any new content, and everything felt like it was recycled, and everything new in fact was behind a paywall, and that just made the hardcore guys burn out, and myself included. But why did Call of Duty World War II fail? Obviously, if you talk to anyone right now, they would seriously tell you that the game is pretty fun, it's much better than Black Ops 4, and yes, I agree with that. But on launch, it wasn't that. No one was saying that. Obviously, for the first few weeks, pretty much everyone loved it, and then the game kind of got stale, and pretty much everyone was finding the game a little bit boring, and rightfully so, myself included in that group. But after that, we just didn't receive any content, and it also had pretty good supply drop system and all that good stuff, but it just didn't satisfy the players, because all what we were getting were just pistol grips, right? Black Ops 4 is stickers, Call of Duty World War II was just pistol grips. And now, almost 2 years later, Call of Duty World War II is a pretty finished game, and it's a pretty fun game as well. But that delay and post-launch content not being what players expected seriously killed that game. So this time, we really need good post-launch content. Gone the days when you would have received 12 new multiplayer maps and that would just make players happy. I mean, 10 years ago, back in 2009, Modern Warfare 2 had 16 new multiplayer maps, and that definitely did satisfy the community, because back in those days, pretty much everyone was new to Call of Duty, no one was burnt out on the game, and on top we had 16 new and original maps, and all of them were pretty good maps. And nowadays the maps are just lackluster, so this time we really need solid content. And I'm telling you, throw remaster maps, but do not count as new and original maps. Do not let them take the slot of the 16 multiplayer maps. And 10 years later, 16 multiplayer maps isn't really the standard. We should be getting a little bit more than that. But my whole point is that post-launch content needs to be good and quality and should be substantial, and that is surely gonna carry the player base going forward. Number two, the loot boxes and the microtransactions post-launch. Now, this is a serious topic, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. Microtransactions will kill Modern Warfare. Seriously, people who were 12 back in those Modern Warfare 2 days are no longer 12. And the current 12-year-old players are actually just playing free-to-play games like Fortnite, parents see that the game is free, what they do? They buy their kids the console, they see that Fortnite is kids friendly and it's not like Call of Duty, and you know what I mean, right? They no longer have to invest $60 in a game. And I'm sure some 12 years old are still gonna buy this game and they're gonna, you know, invest some money, but it's not gonna be the majority, right? The majority of your fan base is definitely gonna be young adults, and no one has time to buy microtransactions, and pretty much the community is there to support you, but the community is also not blind, and it's really not gonna go well if you start dropping microtransactions and loot boxes months later, because I'm pretty sure some people are straight up gonna leave the community. Some people will just sell the game and wouldn't want to do anything with the game because number one, they played the game for let's say a month, they aren't getting any new content, they were already burnt out on the Call of Duty franchise to begin with, they did enjoy this game, but you're putting in microtransactions, they are not getting kicks of dopamine, and they're just simply gonna leave. The reason why I'm not playing Black Ops 4, and man, if I was posting Black Ops 4 videos right now, you would bet I would be racking some Benjamins home. I would probably be making a Benjamin or two extra per month, right, if I was covering Black Ops 4. But seriously though, I'm burnt out on Black Ops 4, the game just feels recycled, and on top of all the new content that we're getting in Black Ops 4 is just locked behind paywalls, so we really don't want to get that. Number 3, times have seriously changed. We need good substantial updates post-launch. Doesn't have to be like every week, but every other week would definitely help keep the player base engaged, and we need new and original substantial post-launch content. The reason back in the days we didn't had the need of receiving any post-launch content was just there are multiple factors. Number 1, players weren't that burnt out on Call of Duty. Number 2, Call of Duty was just pretty new, and it just felt new, and pretty much all the Call of Duty games were coming out with new and original maps and content, and they just felt complete and full on launch, even with 2-year dev cycles, and it's just crazy what we're getting now with 3-year dev cycles. So post-launch content needs to be good, but once again, if the launch doesn't have enough content, then post-launch content is just not gonna do anything for the community. So we really need you to set the bar high, and from what I'm hearing, it looks like that you seriously are setting high bars for the community, and I genuinely appreciate that, but I haven't seen the gameplay. And I do not know how this game is gonna turn out a month later after launch. So we really need you here, because this time players are definitely gonna leave. We love this franchise and we want to support too, but we really want the microtransaction system to be good as well. We understand that this is a business, the climate has changed, inflation exists, and $60 isn't really gonna satisfy your need and investors' need. We understand that, we get that. You know what I would prefer is the system that we had back in Black Ops 2. I believe that if you would drop like 3 Washingtons, you would have got a weapon camo, calling card, 3 reticles and all that for like $2-3. You know what? Bring that system back in and maybe let us spend maybe $4.99 on stuff like that. Give us a new weapon skins and reticles all combined for like, let's say $4.99. That price would be pretty fair to a lot of people, and you would see more people engage, because obviously now we're hearing that this game is not gonna have a season pass, and that is already a good move, but we still need you to be better, because Black Ops 4 definitely killed the trust with the community. My next point is gonna be pretty big, and hopefully my words do not get twisted. Just know that I'm a Call of Duty fanboy. I want this game to succeed, and nothing makes me happy seeing that the pre-order numbers are pretty high this time. And I'm directly speaking to you. If you're watching this video, understand this: pre-ordering a game is pretty bad, okay? And I know you would be asking, how does it damage a game, Skizzle? Well, that's a valid question, and I'm gonna answer it, and there are multiple examples that I can give you, but I'm gonna just pull 2-3 examples here. Let's say Activision has planned to sell 1 million units. Obviously, they have planned to sell more, like 10, 20, 30 millions, but for example, 1 million, right? They have planned to sell 1 million units, and the pre-order numbers are like maybe 1,000, 2,000. You want to know what's gonna happen if the numbers are this low? Well, Activision is definitely gonna strive to make better pre-order deals. They are gonna give us better deals so they get us in the system, because they realize that they are not gonna be able to get your money if they do not provide quality content. And let's say on the other hand, everyone pre-ordered the game, right? They are planning to sell 1 million units once again, but this time pre-orders are anywhere between 100,000, maybe 200,000 copies and stuff like that. You want to know what's gonna happen this time? Activision will be proud. Yeah, they would be dancing, they would be laughing and all that. They would be like, this time time we're gonna make money. They're gonna report all of that to their investors, and guess what? Investors would be like, so you are gonna make money, let me go ahead and invest more money. And what that will do is that will just make them set new highs and new bars, and all of a sudden, instead of just being all about selling 1 million units, they will be like, let's try to bump that up and let's try to sell 2 million units. And let's say they don't get to sell 2 million units, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna drop microtransactions and loot boxes in the game to try to make money. Obviously, they are a business and they are gonna make money somehow. So pre-ordering a game definitely hurts the quality on launch, because they already know that you're gonna give in. And let's be real, we haven't even seen the gameplay yet, and this game is already the top pre-ordered game. That makes me happy. That genuinely makes me happy, as I want to see this game succeed. But pre-ordering a game is seriously bad. Now, obviously, if you're looking to pre-order a collector edition, that's gonna go away. So if you need that and you want that, you must pre-order it in the first hour. And I agree with that. I'm most likely gonna do that, because if I think collector edition is gonna have some value, obviously I'm gonna pre-order that. I do not know if it's gonna have value or not. According to leaks, it's gonna have Modern Warfare 2 and 3 remaster, and obviously if it does, I need to bring gameplay. So for me, it's gonna be an investment, and I'm surely gonna pre-order that. But if we're talking about someone who just wants a standard edition, hey, pre-order it just 3 days before. You're not gonna lose anything. And if you're talking about pre-ordering the game digitally, well, do it 3 days before, just so you can preload the game, and you are gonna be good. Even if you pre-order the game 2 days or 2 hours before the game comes out, you're not gonna lose anything. You're just gonna help the community, and you're gonna make sure that Activision do not milk us dry when the game launches. All I genuinely want to see is this game just succeed, and all I genuinely want is this game to break records. So let me know your thoughts below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like if you agree, dislike if you disagree. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.